Hi guys, Patrick here of noipgeeks.com. Pasensya na kung medyo pangit yung audio natin today as actually we're under quarantine at nalimutan ko yung microphone namin sa office. So, I'm actually recording this using my phone lang. So, just bear with me. Anywho, here in front of us, we have the new OPPO Reno 3 Pro. So, before our full review of this device, gusto ko namin share sa inyo yung unboxing experience plus yung ibang key details about this device. So yeah, here's the box completely sealed. So on top, of course, we have this tiny packet that should house yung SIM ejector tool, the quick start guide, and the warranty information. Plus, of course, a free protective case to protect this device. And of course, we have the device itself. Let's just take this out. As you can see, the one that we have here is the Aurora Blue color option. It is also available in Sky White and Midnight Black. And while that's booting up, let's dig in further. So this is just a divider. And here we have, of course, the USB Type-C cable, complete with the OPPO green accents dun sa actual na ports. Just a small attention to detail, which we really appreciate. Of course, we have this very large power adapter. Actually, OPPO supports the new VOOC Flash Charge 4.0, which delivers 30 watts of power. Kaya medyo malaki itong power bulk niya. And lastly, of course, meron tayong free earphones. And yeah, basically that's everything that comes with the OPPO Reno 3 Pro. So just for a quick rundown of the specs lang and some of its key features. The OPPO Reno 3 Pro that we'll be having here in the Philippines is actually the 4G model, unlike the 5G variant that was launched in China a few weeks earlier. Actually, original na Reno 3 Pro that came out in China back in December came with a Snapdragon 765G processor, which actually enables its 5G connectivity. Meanwhile, dito sa Philippines, ang meron tayo is yung variant na may Helio P95 processor. Other than the difference in processor and the lack of 5G connectivity, itong model natin will have a 44 megapixel selfie camera versus 32 megapixels sa Chinese model. And ito actually yung first smartphone na may ganitong selfie camera. Well, for first impressions, nagustuhan ko talaga kung gaano ka-slick at nipis itong device na to. I mean, hindi siya yung pinakamanipis na phone around, pero dahil meron siyang curved corners and edges, sobrang komportable siyang hawakan sa kamay. The design looks clean but medyo unimaginative siya. Yung pagkakapwesto ng quad cameras dun sa top left, medyo identical na siya dun sa mga ibang smartphones that are out in the market today. Itong back panel, medyo kakaiba yung pagkaka-color gradient ng design. Pero yung overall color gradient aesthetic sa mga phones ngayon, medyo it's starting to feel old. Although, tingin ko may mga tao pa rin talaga na-appreciate yung mga ganitong simpleng design. Like I said earlier, the unit that we'll be having here in the Philippines is the MediaTek Helio P95 variant with flagship level 8GB of RAM and 256GB of expandable storage. Dun sa mga taong medyo nagda-doubt pa rin sa MediaTek processors, well, baka itong Helio P95 will change your mind. During our initial tests, pagkuha ng pictures, multitasking, social media, sobrang bilis lahat sa phone na to at walang noticeable lags or stuttering, at least during our initial moments with it. Tinry rin namin maglaro ng mga popular games like Mobile Legends, of course, plus yung ibang medyo graphics intensive na laro like Call of Duty Mobile and Asphalt 9. And lahat naman sila tumakbo ng mabilis on this one. Medyo impressive din yung mga benchmark scores na nakuha namin dito. like for an 2.2. So, nakuha siya ng score ng over 200,000. So, that's nice for a mid-range phone. You can actually check out the other benchmark scores that we have on the written hands-on review, which will be linked down below. Of course, sa harap, meron tayong 6.4-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED display. Meron din siya 91.5% screen-to-body ratio, which is naging posible thanks to its ultra-thin bezels from all corners. Oh, and of course, isa sa mga main attraction ng design is yung dual punch-hole camera sa top left ng display. Nagustuhan ko dito is every time na gagamitin mo yung face unlock or magsiselfie ka, umiilaw yung paligid ng camera so para alam mo kung saan ka titingin. Yun yung mga ganitong simpleng bagay that we really appreciate on a smartphone. Speaking of the selfie camera, we're really impressed on the performance of this thing. Obviously, 44 megapixel siya, so yung mga selfies, sobrang sharp talaga. Maraming details, okay yung exposure, contrast, okay din, even in low light. Also, unlike sa ibang phones na pag enable mo yung AI Face Beauty, hindi lang yung skin mo yung nagiging smooth, kundi yung buong picture na rin. But dito, since 44 megapixel sensor siya, sharp pa rin yung mga selfies mo even though naka-enable yung AI Face Beauty. Dito naman sa rear cameras, since medyo maraming kailangang busisiin dito, we really want to spend our time with it para mas ma-evaluate natin yung kanyang quality. But judging by dun sa mga initial photos na nakuha namin, mukhang okay na camera phone itong OPPO Reno 3 Pro. As you can see, itong mga pictures na nakuha namin sa kanyang 64 megapixel primary camera looks really nice. Napansin ko yung shallow depth of field. Kung makikita nyo, sobrang blurred yung background. Colors are fine, but probably not the best. Contrast is also okay. Meron din tayong 8 megapixel ultra-wide camera. Hindi ganun kaganda yung quality than the 64 megapixels, of course. Pero enough na siya to, help you cram in more subjects on a single frame. Ito phone na to, meron din siyang 13 megapixel telephoto camera and of course a 2 megapixel depth sensor. So itong mga extra cameras na to, plus yung iba pang aspect ng camera ng OPPO Reno 3 like the camera software, AI scene detection and whatnot, we'll dive in further on those features in our full review. Of course, another feature of the OPPO Reno 3 Pro is its 4025 mAh battery. Now, of course, mas kailangan namin ng oras para matest to, so we'll be reserving that in our full review. But what we are sure about is its 30 watts VOOC flash charging 4.0, which could easily recharge this device back to 100% in only under an hour. So kung sakaling hindi maganda yung kanyang battery life, at least kaya mo siyang i-full charge sa loob ng isang oras or less. Oh, and of course, just like the OPPO Find X2 and the newer OPPO smartphone releases, itong OPPO Reno 3 Pro runs on Color OS 7, which is an Android 10 based software from OPPO. So far, mukhang identical pa rin siya dun sa previous Color OS interfaces. Pero we'll dig in deeper again in our full review to see yung main differences between this version and the older ones. Well, basically that's it for now. Again, we'll be publishing our full review of the OPPO Reno 3 Pro in the coming days, so stay tuned for that. Oh, and of course, if you have more questions about this device, ilagay nyo na siya sa comment section below and we will try to answer them in our full review, so yeah. Again, this has been Patrick from Novies.com. For more detailed look about the OPPO Reno 3 Pro, you can check all of the available links down in the description below. With us, hit the thumbs up button, share this video if you liked it, subscribe if you still haven't, hit the bell icon so you get notified every time I post a video, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and yeah, thank you for watching.